Hey, so I know like a couple weeks ago I said I was gonna start doing these like video vlog type things where I'm like documenting my thoughts, whatever. My hair looks a lot better than last time. I just got out the shower. Um, so I guess today I've had a lot of thoughts on like election anxiety and what's currently going on. I've been having a lot of thoughts because I kind of have come to the conclusion that I think that Trump is going to win. So we're gonna have Trump for 4 more years, allegedly, because you never know what can happen. We might even have JD Vance for like another. I mean, we might even have JD Vance in the middle, because who knows how long Trump could like do a term. Then we have JD Vance as president, which sounds terrible. Actually, I think that's actually worse than Trump. But yeah. So where do I want to start? Um, so when it comes to like Green Party voters, I'm I'm there where they're at. Like I don't want an administration that is complicit in genocide. And it's like just the other day, I think it was yesterday. It was either yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday. There was an announcement about Joe Biden not selling not giving arms to Israel for until like 30 days unless they like fix the aid crisis in Gaza, which is stupid. You should do it now. And I don't even like, even after those 30 days are up and nothing has changed, I don't think that he's going to stop giving arms to Israel. But that's besides the point. And it's annoying because Harris is in the administration, and obviously people are not wanting to vote and be complicit in genocide. I get that. I understand that completely. Where I'm at, and this is for me personally, I'm just like, I don't, for me, I just wouldn't vote at all if it was the case. Um, I don't like Jill Stein, just for other reasons, but I don't like Jill Stein and I wouldn't vote for her. And I just don't want to vote. The way I see voting is like strategic voting. I'm not putting my entire morals under a candidate, because there's no way you can do that. You can't have a candidate that embodies every single thing that you believe in. And obviously, genocide is a big thing to disagree on. I agree with that. But I also think that, and also my thoughts are very jumbled. I'm probably not right all the time. This is just something that's on my mind. I'm trying to like record myself so I just have something I can put out there. And I know no one's gonna see it. So, but where was I? See, my thoughts are everywhere. So when it comes to being complicit in genocide, the thing that's hard for me as like a voter, and I think for the general population of people. So I'm a person that's chronically online, and I know what every side is saying. I know what Republicans are saying. I know what leftists are saying. I know what like normal liberals are saying, and I know that normies are like usually liberal. They're not as politically involved or active, and they're most of the population of people. You don't have just leftists out. Most of the population of people, like the normal population people, are like just normie libs. So when it comes to strategic voting, I'm aware that there is no other viable option besides the two parties that we have, which sucks. And I wish that voting wasn't based on who can receive the most money by donors, and you receive donations based on having an opinion that's like that sounds good for the donor class. Like I don't like that, and it sucks that third party candidates don't really have an option or like a realistic outcome, because they don't have funding or the same type of industry that the two parties have had. You know, they don't have like the same apparatus that the two parties currently have. And I think that a lot of people are trying to do the best that they can with what they have right now. And I hate how both sides kind of just like come at each other, who for people who mostly very much mostly very much agree with each other. It's just based on where they feel strategically where their vote should go. And I don't really think calling someone complicit in genocide or saying that genocide is enough for them to to not vote for a candidate. I don't really think that is a good argument for people, because you can't take a person and just label them to only that. You know what I mean? And I think that sounds kind of stupid, but someone who pretty much agrees with you and just has different outcome, like different ideas of how to get an outcome, where because we are aware that there's no viability with a Green Party candidate. I would love my Democratic representatives to do better. I also know that if Kamala loses, because she can't get leftist support because of her role in the administration with the current genocide, then that's completely her fault. And like that's literally completely her fault. You can't blame third party voters for not voting for you. Like you're not doing what we want from you. You know what I mean? So that's where I am, and I'm not in the interest of arguing with third party voters, because I agree with them. If someone tells me they're not voting for Harris, I'm like, I understand. Like, I agree with you. Like, I completely get that. Like, I literally completely get that. I just personally, me, like as a person, I kind of just think about voting as a strategic thing, not, you know. And I wish that everyone would just be a little bit nicer to each other about. I just don't think that calling everyone who might want to vote for someone else complicit in genocide is very helpful. Honestly, I think I've seen a lot more people get like kind of alienated from it. And when it comes to the Kamala side, I don't understand why they can't see why people are not like interested in voting for someone who is in a genocidal administration right now. We don't there's there's nothing that, and also I don't know, maybe it's something that she's prompted to not really talk about it. I don't understand why not, because it has to be like a non-popular stance to have, to sell arms to Israel. Is it not? Because I personally can't see it being as a popular decision. So electorally and also morally, I just think it makes sense to have an arms embargo. But that's not what's happening. And also Israel and Palestine, Israel's talked about, but not the support in Palestine. She would express sympathy, but she wouldn't say what her plan is. And it's like you can call for a ceasefire deal, but like you can't call for a ceasefire deal while you're also sending arms to Israel. Like if the arms stop, then your role, and after that, I don't know what the U.S.'s role would be after that. Obviously, there are other Western countries that are sending arms to Israel, so I'm not very confident that it would stop the genocide if we have an arms embargo. I don't know what can happen to better halt that, but that's kind of where I am right now. Um, I don't know. It's kind of just scary and confusing. I don't fault people for not wanting to vote for Harris, and I don't fault people for wanting to also vote for her, because the truth of the matter, we're all paying taxes, so we're all kind of aiding in genocide, whether we agree with it or not. We are paying taxes, so we are aiding in genocide. So no matter who wins, if Trump wins, we're still aiding in the genocide right now, currently, even though I personally I did not vote for Biden. I didn't vote in 2020 at all. But I would also be aiding a genocide because I'm paying taxes. You're also doing it. So no matter what, there's still going to be the crisis in Gaza and in the Middle East in general, because now they're moving into Lebanon and everything. I don't know. It's just frustrating to me as a person who I've been to protests, I've donated to organizations and people. I've I listen to news stories, I read news articles, I listen to talks with journalists who have been to the West Bank. Um, I had talked different historian. I haven't talked to different historians, but I listened to talks from different historians. I've been trying to read books. Sorry, I don't know why I'm burping so much. I've been trying to read books. I've been trying to expand my knowledge on this to better conclude. But since I don't have the same strategy as everyone else, people call me like complicit in genocide. I just don't think that's good. I don't think that's a good talking point, and I also don't think it's a good talking point to when someone tells you that they're not interested in voting for Kamala, you pivot to being like, so you want Trump to win? They probably do. They sorry. It's not that they want Trump. No, no, no. It's not that they want Trump to win. It's that they don't want to put their morals in a vote that they don't agree with. Me, I think about voting in a strategic way. So, as someone who thinks that there's still going to be harm done, but when it comes to like climate change, there are different ecosystems and communities impacted. Um, Hearing about Trump's tariff plans, that's scary because that's economically disastrous, very economically disastrous. Um, Abortion rights, it's not a frivolous thing. People are dying because they can't receive abortion care. So that's kind of important too. People try to trivialize um, like gay rights to just drag shows when it's also meaning the existence of trans people in public spaces. So this it's important for them too. But I understand both sides. This is just like an opinion personally from me, and it's it's just confusing and difficult, a confusing and difficult time for a lot of people. And I wish that we would all recognize that a lot of people are confused and don't. I mean, there are also just some people, some liberals who are also just like pretty just pro Kamala all the way, and they kind of don't talk about the Middle East or anything else. So I don't like those type of people at all. I think that they're wrong completely. I think that we should be criticizing our candidates because you would want more out of your candidates. You don't, but also, part of me also thinks a lot of these people don't really care. I'm someone who, I actually do care a lot about what's going on. Um, what else? Oh, that was, I kind of went on about that. When it comes to the Green Party, I just don't think it's a good. I think this, from what I've seen, I could be wrong about this. I've seen the vote for Jill Stein to just be for like a revenge purpose to punish the Democrats for being the way that they are, which, they shouldn't receive votes, obviously, if they're not, they're aiding in war crimes. However, there are still people losing their lives in the Middle East and dying. I just don't think the idea of acting based on revenge is helping anything. I also think that the Democrats should try to. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why. I don't know who's like informing the decisions in that party, but they've been stupid for a while, and it started out kind of strong, but I don't know. So that's kind of just some stuff I wanted to talk about. Um, I don't know, it's like hard for me. I wanted to like use this as a way to like chronicle my thoughts, and I guess I got them all out. Um, but this is something that's been on my mind for kind of like a very long time actually, and with everything heating up, it's just been getting more like intense in my mind for me. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else personally in my life that. Oh yeah, I mean like okay, this is a pivot, but I don't know. I just went running yesterday, and I did it also on Saturday, and I'm trying to limit my alcohol intake, and I'm just trying to work out more so I can feel better about myself. I skipped out on going to karaoke last night because I was going on a run and I was like, I'm tired. My main thing, sometimes I get into a trap of drinking when like I don't have anything to do the entire day. So I'm like, okay, let me just get a drink and then play some video games. I haven't played, yeah, it's just been hard for me to like keep attention, but I think that obviously this weekend I'm hanging out with people, so I'm probably gonna drink, but I'm trying to not go out during the week or do it when I'm bored at home. So I'm really working on that. And who knows, maybe eventually I'll just stay home on weekends sometime, but I've been invited to things and I know I'm probably gonna end up drinking, which is like drinking on Saturday and Friday and Saturday is fine. And sometimes Sundays if it's like whatever, like not a big thing, but yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm trying to work on fitness and like running. I cannot run for very long yet, and I really want to work on that because I can't keep a pace and I get tired very fast. So I got to really work on just how long I'm able to maintain my stamina. Um, but yeah, I guess this is all I wanted to really talk about. Um, yeah, bye.